In this video, we are going to show the unboxing of Pride Mobility's newest lift. This is the PLR-4955. This is going to be similar to the 3955, but this is their newer version that's got many extra features. So in this video, we're going to show you the unboxing, and then we're also going to have a follow-up video that's going to go over all the new features on this lift chair. So what you will need is you will need some type of box cutter or knife. Now when you're unboxing any type of lift chair, you will be very careful when you use a box cutter, not only to not cut yourself, but also not cut the material inside this box. I've seen before sometimes these boxes where the thing is the top of the back of the lift chair is right up top, and so you do want to be careful when you have this knife that you are not cutting your product, because if you call me and tell me, hey, I cut it, there's not a lot I can do for that. So typically if you're going to cut the sides first, you can lift the top up and create a little barrier gap, and then you can begin to slowly cut into this box. And see, on top of this, they did put this tiny piece of cardboard, but if I was to really dig down, I probably could cut through this foam that's underneath it as well. So once again, be careful when you're unboxing it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get all the packing material out of the box. So once again, this is the back actually sitting face up right here. Like I said, that is going to be a particular reason you are not going to want to make sure you cut deep. It was not far inside this box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the pieces and I'm going to lift them out and I'm going to lay them on the ground. We'll be back in just a second. All right, so as you can see here on the ground, this is the back. This was laying on top of the bottom. Do be careful, there are a lot of plugs that are on the back of this chair, so make sure you do not pinch those. Once you take the back off, you'll see your base sitting in here. Now this is a large version, so it is wider, it is deeper. But you will see that the back is going to have your plugs on it. So what I'm going to recommend doing is probably taking box cutters and cutting along the sides of this so that we can fold this down. And then I'll go ahead and cut all four corners, so we'll kind of have it open so you can see this chair from all four sides. All right, so as you can see, the back of this chair, it's got a lot of plugs in here, plugs down here, and the seat back over here too, you have a lot of plugs. This is what I was talking about earlier. Make sure that you don't splice those or hit those on something. I basically cut all four corners of the box and knocked it down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my assistant here. We're going to pick this up and lift it off. We'll give you an approximate weight of what this will be, but we'll lift this off and clean this out so that we'll just have the pieces, and then we'll show you how they go together. Also in the below the chair, you're going to see this instructions manual. Inside this instruction packet is going to have your owner's manual, but on this side it actually has step-by-step what we're going to go over right now of how to put it together and what you need to put it together. But do look for this. This will be in the bottom by the lift chair. This is a key part that it will be hard for some individuals. Before you put the back on, I was missing cables. I was not able to find the purple cable, the gray cable, or the yellow cable. So these were actually ran into the underneath here. I had to flip the chair on the side and actually find them. So I want to let you know you are going to need, not just coming out of the back, but coming out of the base, you're going to need to find a purple plug, a yellow plug, a gray plug, two black wires with white cables on them, and one black wire that just has a black cable on it, or a black connector at the end. So once again, you're going to need to find the big gray, big purple, big yellow, these two white plugs, and the black plug. All that, if it's not already coming out of the bottom, it's easier to flip your chair underneath and look at it and put it through this little hole. One more thing that you're supposed to do before you mount the back is to put the joystick, lay the hand remote on the seat and feed the cable underneath the seat before you snap your back on. That's pretty standard for most lift chairs. I don't believe we did that earlier in the video, so you are able to sneak it through if you already put the back on, but it is much easier if you take your hand remote, lay the hand on the seat, feed the cable to the back like how it is here now, and then snap your backrest on. But once again, make sure you have all the cables coming out from the base, because it's a lot harder to reach underneath there or try to tip it on the side when it's fully assembled. Also, I've already taken it off, but on the base they're now putting zip tied on here, corrugated like cardboard box on both sides. I took it off of that side already, but it's still on this side, so you will need a little box cutter or a knife to cut that and to slide that off. But once again, that's all your cables. They're all going to be color coordinated. You're going to snap them together. They push right in. They're small pins, so make sure you don't force it. It should slide right in. And then you got this little cap that prevents it from sliding back apart. So here's your battery source here. That's going to plug into a black cable down here at the base. So now we're going to continue with the assembly of this video. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, first step is going to be sliding the back on to the base. You're going to drop it on to these receiving posts. So I have my assistant Scott here. We're going to grab the back and then we're going to drop it on. So grab that side, I'll grab this side. This could be done with one person, but will be much easier with two people. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Now that it's in, now we're going to show you what the next step. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my handy dandy instructions manual that we have over here. It says press both sides firmly until it automatically locks into place. Step 1 and step 2 are complete. Inside the box with the instructions manual, you're also going to have a thing that says hardware. It's actually, they use 2 zip ties to zip tie it right to the back of the frame. Inside that pack's going to be your remote, your power source, and then also 2 screws that you're going to use when you secure the back to the bottom. It does click in place, but these 2 extra screws just make it extra secure that it does not pop back out. So what we're going to show you next is how we're going to insert the screws into the back, how we're going to make the connections, and how we're going to add these back arm supports. It's kind of a hard spot to see, but in there you're going to have 2 screws with your Allen wrench. When you snap the back on, you'll see there's only one open hole on this bracket that the screw can actually go in. So I recommend start screwing it in with your fingers, and then you're going to take your Allen key once you have it somewhat snug and you're going to tighten it the rest of the way. So we're going to go ahead and do this on both sides right now, and then we'll be right back. Inside this red bag, you're going to have the left and right side. They call it arm supports. These are extra brackets that are going to slide right here onto the back of the unit. So what I'm going to show you now is they are labeled with a 1 or with a 2. I already put 2 on. This cuff link's a little bit wider than the cuff link on here. You're always going to know your black part's going to be facing down. So you do have to kind of push it in there, and you're going to slide it down. So it should just go on, and once it's on, it will not come off. But that is just extra support for the back, so when you lay back, it makes the back a little bit wider with support. So just to recap, this is the VivaLift Ultra PLR-4955 in large in the dove color. This is what you were going to need to do to unbox it and assemble that to get inside your home. Once again, like I said, perspective wise, this is the large version. They do come in 4 different sizes, but we're going to show you a video here in just a minute of all the amazing features that this chair has to offer.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.